Hi there, I'm Terry and welcome back to 5 Minute Velo. Oh look, I seem to be on a segment. It's a dull, cool and wet day today, so I've come out on my heavy, slow touring bike. But is it? Heavy and slow, that is. It's certainly 6 or 7 kilos heavier than my Giant Defy composite, but just because it's heavier doesn't mean to say it's slower. Well, the cycle industry is full of speed hype, you've probably noticed, and much of that hype seems to find its way onto YouTube. Many of those channels want you to infer that if you invest in the new and latest aeroframe, or perhaps a nice pair of wheels, or some other technological gizmo, that you'll find yourself going from the back of the club run to a first cat license. Well, I wanted to know how much hype is there in the truth, and how much truth is there in the hype. Well, I think I'll go back to the shed now as it's starting to rain a bit more. Let's discuss this later. Well, as you can see, I've got home, changed and made it back to my shed. So in summary, the question I wanted to know is, if I go and spend my hard-earned cash on the products they're advertising, just how much faster will it make me? The industry seems to want to hide the answer to my question from me. They would say things like a certain piece of technology would save you a certain number of watts at a given speed. As an example, they might say a new set of wheels would save you 15 watts at 40 kilometers an hour. So I consider myself to be an average club cyclist, and typically I'll ride along at an average speed of 25 kilometers an hour, maybe a bit faster, maybe a bit slower. Secondly, like many of you, I don't have a power meter, so those watt savings actually mean very little to me. Indeed, even if I had a power meter, I'm not sure what, if you'll excuse the pun, meaningful information that would give me. What I want to know is, how much faster am I going to go? Not how many notional watts am I going to save. YouTube didn't give me the information I wanted, so I decided to investigate the issue myself. Now, how fast is my bike is a rather silly question, because obviously it depends on how much effort you put in. However, questions like, for a given amount of effort, how much faster is my race bike than my touring bike, is more sensible. Also issues like, how does tyre pressure affect my speed? That's another question that I could answer. So to investigate this, I needed to get scientific, or at least an engineer's version of science. First of all, I wanted the results to reflect real-world riding, not some theoretical benefit, not some laboratory test results, and certainly not computer modelling results. If you're expecting me to tell you how fast my bike is in this video, I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is a series of videos. In the next video in this series, I will actually describe the test procedure that I used. If you follow the link in the channel description, it'll take you to a Google document that will describe the procedure that you can leave comments in the document, and that'll help me refine the test procedure. Then in later videos in this series, I'll actually start talking about the results, so you'll have to wait a little bit longer. However, if you want to be notified of those future videos, why not subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notifications. From me, for now, it's goodbye. Many of these channels seem to want you to think that you can get significant performance gains. All you need to do is buy that new aero bike, or invest in a new set of presumably expensive wheels. I wouldn't want to suggest they're biased because their videos are sponsored. Oh, perhaps I just did. Sorry.